Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to me having a look through all of the CDs that I own, a lot of which I'm going to be having to get rid of. And we're going to start with this box here. Now, I've already seen we have Thrash Greatest Hits, or This Is Thrash. Now, this is a 3 CD set. You've got Anthrax, Exodus, Celtic Frost, Rage, Creator, a really good selection of your classic thrash bands. However, outside of Anthrax, there is no Metallica, no Megadeth, no Slayer, no Testament. So Anthrax were obviously the only one of the big 4 that made it on here. I suppose I'll hold it up to the back. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. I actually can't see what I'm recording, so I'm probably going to stop in a second and check that it works. But that's the song list, and yeah, songs that I remember particularly from this, because I'm going to go through each CD with a few minutes just chatting about where I got it and whatever. This would have been in HMV at some point when I was younger, when I was first starting to get into thrash, and I really like Megadeth. Megadeth were my into thrash, I suppose, because I'd heard a bit of Metallica, but Megadeth were the ones that I first really got into. And songs that I remember of here, surprisingly enough, it's mostly Anthrax ones. Caught in a Mosh, absolute classic. This would have been the first time I would have heard it. I Am the Law. What else have we got on here? See, a lot of these songs I don't remember. There's Sodom on here as well. There's good bands. It's a good mix of bands on here. But it is a classic kind of, let's put together 3 CDs of songs. They're not necessarily these bands' biggest songs either. And some of the bands, like I said, I haven't even heard of. But that is the first one. This Is Thrash, a compilation one. Don't worry, I'm going to try and get the compilation ones out the way early, and then we've got some more juicy ones later on. Or maybe I'll find a juicy one there. Also, we might be joined by my parents' dog. She's over staying this afternoon, and I just heard her make a racket. Okay, so no dog joining us. Not yet, she's gone back out over there. But next CD, what do we got? Now this I have absolutely no idea what any of the songs on it sound like, where I found it, or anything. It was in a second-hand shop. I'm gonna see, for some of these bands, I'm gonna see if I can find them. But the only thing in English on here is Maya Records Co. Everything else is... I suppose it must be Japanese. I don't know if it's going to focus on the side there, but let's have a look at the art book as well, because this could give something away. You never know. Oh no, I've caught it. Oh, it folds down. Animation main staff. Soundtrack. It's a soundtrack album. This is in English on the inside here. So it must be an anime soundtrack, I'm guessing? Drama Park. The musician is The Pillows. Let's see if we can find anything on Google. The Pillows anime soundtrack. Oh, is that it? That doesn't look like it. It looks not too far off. That logo and that logo look fairly close together. Okay, yeah, Cookie's fine. Images. I think no, it's something slightly different. It's a very similar style, but I don't think it's quite that one. But we found out it's The Pillows. There it is. Crazy Sunshine. So yeah, like I said, I don't remember getting it, but there's the disc itself as well, nice and shiny, very cool. Here we go, let's have a listen. FLCL there. Yeah, okay. Hey, to be honest, it's fairly well known. 2.2 million viewers. Anyway, that is the Pillows Crazy Sunshine soundtrack album. This album that I'd seen it sitting there for so long, but I had no idea what it actually was. Well, now we know. Who knows what's coming up next? Right. Now, Incubus. A band I don't think I've ever really properly given a listen to. I would have picked this CD up, I think at CEX, for some incredibly cheap price at some point, and I don't remember listening to it at all. I don't remember listening to it at all. Take Me to Your Leader rings a little bit of a bell. Well, I'm not sure what I was expecting, but the album cover is a mushroom. The CD's not even in here, I don't know where that is. But what? Okay, it's yeah, some recording photos, I'm assuming, is what's going on the inside here. That's what it looks like. But yeah, no lyrics on this. Oh. Wait, so this is actually... Oh! Okay. So it seems like this is their, like, sort of demos, almost? Or like the early recordings, rather than a full album. Because it's talking about like 15 to 17-year-olds, and these are infamous, timeless, and mildly painful recordings called Fungus Among Us. So yeah, they were 16 and wanted to be Primus when they did these, or Primus, Mr. Bungle, and Red Hot Chili Peppers in one. It's quite a mix, but yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense. Fungus Among Us. A weird demo mix of tracks from Incubus. But again, I've not really listened to it properly. I've got all of these albums. Like I said, I'm going to have to get rid of some of them physically, but I've got them all digitally backed up, so I'll have to give it a listen at some point. Now, next up is Fluority. Now, this is their first album from what I remember. I would say black metal, probably black metal is what they'd be classed as. This album included the demo that they did with their first vocalist, but their first vocalist damaged his vocal cords so bad he couldn't speak properly or sing properly again after it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure death black metal, not exactly sure where they're from. Possibly British, looking at this, Candlelight Records, so maybe? Let's have a look, see if there's anything more on the inside. Oh, it's a fold-out booklet, giving us some full artwork. I'm not quite sure what the artwork's showing. I can see a saw and maybe some chain fence, and I have another face up here, but not really my type of music, if I'm honest. And then this is just lyrics on the inside. But yeah, like I said, some of this is really early and has a different vocalist, and he proper screwed. I must be able to find it. Hold up. So yeah, that's the vocal style. Not really for me. Not really for me at all. The comments are saying, great band or whatever, however the video only has 9,000 views, and I know black metal is quite a niche little genre, not one I'm really into massively. So it might well be that it's a big album in the scene, but I just don't. It doesn't really vibe with me. But again, I would have picked it up really cheap somewhere, because I used to go on like the equivalent of play.com and other similar CD websites and sort by cheapest and just order a load of cheap stuff, and because you never know what might turn up, right? You might find some new undiscovered band that you really end up liking, and that did happen a couple of times. We'll find the albums later on, but a lot of the time it was misses. Flirty, nah, it's not for me. It's not for me. I can appreciate it a little bit, but it's, yeah, not something I listen to on the daily. Okay, now we're going to do 2-in-1 here, because they are both compilations. This is a 6-disc compilation, 120 original hits. That was bought in Woolworths, I believe. And Monsters of Rock, this is a 3-disc compilation. They've got some really good tracks actually on here. I'll hold this up to the camera, but you're not going to be able to see because there's so many tracks. There's 120 tracks. You've got Deep Purple on there, Motorhead, Meatloaf, ZZ Top, Hello Dog, Santana, Foreigner. And then on this one, actually probably the better set list is this Monsters of Rock one. You've got Kiss, Van Halen, Rainbow, Whitesnake, Aerosmith, Alice Cooper, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, Deep Purple. So, of this has a lot of songs that I don't think I'd ever go back and listen to a second time. But, also, really good tracks. Starts off with Smoke on the Water, absolute classic. Then Fall for Your Lovin' by Whitesnake. But then, like, This Planet's on Fire by Sammy Hagar, I've never heard of it. Silver Machine by Hawkwind, I might recognise it. There's Whole Lot of Love, but it's by CCS, so I'm assuming it must be a cover. And yeah, and as you get towards like the last CDs, they obviously started to run out of larger hits and larger artists to put on it, and it does. The tracks aren't. They don't hold up the whole way down. But big bands on here most of the way. Although saying that, you've got My Sharona by The Knack right down there. That's the song that I remember being on that. I learned it on guitar afterwards. Monsters of Rock, however, starts out with Queen, and then starts out with Stargazer by Rainbow on the 2nd disc. Boom! That's like an immediate win, because it's a full-length one. It's not like some cropped version, it's the full song. You got Out in the Field by Gary Moore and Lynott. Poison by Alice Cooper. Like this free CD thing, great range of it. And before Spotify, where you could obviously just look up a playlist or whatever, something like that in the car, beautiful. You'd love to see it. Yeah, that one, really, really nice mix of songs. Okay, we're making a bit of progress through this box number 1 of like 900. It's gonna take some time. And it's Foo Fighters, One by One. Now, most people probably know All My Life from this album. I'm trying to think what else is on here. What do we got? Times Like These as well, 2 big tracks. I do like me some Foo Fighters, but only in little bits, actually. I don't generally listen to... When was the last full Foo Fighters album I listened to? I don't even know if I ever have listened to one the whole way through. I don't know, they're just... I've not given them time, really, to properly say what I like and what I don't really like about them. I love the catchy choruses they've got, obviously stuff like Monkey Wrench, Pretender, Times Like These, like... They have a lot of really good songs. But in terms of putting a full album together, I'd need to listen to it, because I haven't listened to it the whole way through. Again, it would have been, I got it really cheap, stuck it on the PC, and it came up in like the shuffles over time. But I won't have ever sat down and listened to it the whole way. You'll see that's kind of a bit of a trend. There will be some bands that I'll be like, yep, no, I've listened to this so many times, but for a lot of it, it's kind of, I got it because I thought I'd be interested in it, and then never really gave it the time. which, you know, maybe it's a reason why I shouldn't have got so many, and maybe it's a good thing that I'm getting rid of them, eh? But yeah, Foo Fighters, One by One, good album. Well, has some good singles on it. Can't comment on the rest of the tracks. Forest Silence, I believe. Is this Forest Silence? That's the album cover. There is the back. And yeah, it's Forest Silence. Philosophy of Winter. Again, some kind of black doom metal band, Candlelight Records. Let's give them a listen, because I don't really remember what they sounded like. What was it? Forest Doom? No, Forest Silence. Hearing me. Oh, that is a classic, like, black metal album cover, isn't it? It's fantastic. So this is the album. 1.7k views again. Has actually quite a nice mix to it. It's been ages since I listened to any of that band, but the way it was mixed sounded really nice. Again, it's been so many years since I listened to this band. I kind of wanted to do these videos just because I'm getting rid of these CDs, so I have a record of everything that I ever had as physical music. And it's more just showing it off rather than necessarily an opinion on it. Some albums, obviously there's going to be opinions, but something like this, I haven't listened to it enough to really talk about the music. It sounded nice from that little 30-second snippet. That's kind of it. I am not going to get rid of this album. I don't know why this is in the get rid of pile. This, Fratelli's Costello Music, is such a good album. Like, every track on there, apart from a couple, is really good. This was one of the first albums I ever bought. Got it at Woolworths, when Woolworths was still a thing in the UK. And I don't know, I just love the vibe, the energy from it. Like, all the songs were very upbeat, and I'm not exactly sure how to describe it. I haven't listened to much more of Fratelli's outside of this album, but I really enjoyed it. You've got, like, Baby Fratelli, which I think the music video is the Hot Fuzz, like, fight in the supermarket. Henrietta is a classic. Whistle for the Choir and Chelsea Dagger for the Girl. Bangers. Yeah, really, really good album. I'm going to move it out of the getting rid of pile to the keep pile, because it's great. Now let's have a quick look at the... Oh, hang on. Mysterious discs inside, but not the actual Fratelli's one. We'll have to work out what's on these. It's probably just going to be mixes that I've put together, but I also need to know where the original disc has gone, which is good. Yeah, so it's just kind of your standard lyric book by the looks of it. Yeah, it's all just lyric book. But that's good, like, you know, that's all you need, right? Sometimes. Yeah, just sing along. Yeah. No, that Fratelli's Costello Music, absolutely fantastic album. Definitely not getting rid of that one. Don't know why it's ended up there. Love it. Now, next up, I'm going to take one from the middle here. I'm not sure quite what we got. Oh, Audio Slave. Okay. Now, this one has Original Fire on it, which is the only track I'm actually recognising from the track list. Which, you know, if it was their self-titled, fantastic album. This one, haven't listened to it enough, can't really give you any insights on it. I love Tom Morello's guitar playing on most stuff, so chances are I'll probably be quite a fan of it. This one was from Oxfam, apparently. So a charity shop in the UK for those of you that aren't in the UK. Let's have a quick look. So we've got some nice band pictures by the looks of it. Or, well, individual members. And yeah, there's Morello. Oh, look at the guitar, it's so cool. I love the finishes and the designs that he goes for on them. They're really cool. So yeah, again, I've got this backed up. I'll need to have a bit more of a listen to it, but yeah. Obviously, Chris Cornell. Man, that guy could sing. Man, he could sing. Oh wow, I've just noticed what the CD itself actually is as well. Yeah, alright. Sun. It's very cool. It's a cool design to the actual disc. I like the way that the album cover is sort of, it's obviously broken up, but you can still tell exactly who and what it is. Yeah, so Audioslave. Really like the band, but I haven't given this album much of a listen to. I'll need to now. £2.99. What a bargain. Now, this is going to be a tricky one. This here is 5 Devin Townsend albums. But also Joe Satriani Surfing with the Alien. Why is that in there? So it is his 5 first albums, I think, from what I remember. Obviously, Ocean Machine is amazing. I actually saw Devin Townsend in concert with... Oh no, my brain. How's it forgotten these people? No. With Leprous and... Oh, what are they called? Nocturne... Tesseract, that's it. Saw them a few years ago now. It was a Hammersmith Apollo, and he played through this entire album. Didn't realise that was what he was doing when we booked the tickets for the concert, but it was so good. Like, hearing Funeral Bastard and The Death of Music back to back to back. Whoa. Such just musical, just your ears were just open to this wall of sound. And I know that's what a lot of people say about Devin Townsend music. It is just a wall of it. But seeing it live and like hearing his vocals live, because obviously there's so many people reacting to like the Royal Albert Hall Deadhead performance and stuff like that. But actually just hearing him live was so good. And one song that whenever I listen back to it, I'm like, it was so much better live, is actually Regulator. Regulator live hits so hard, but now that I listen to it on the record, it's like, oh, he could really do a re-recording. I've heard a live version, it was pretty good. This has got Earth Day on it, which is probably the standout track for me on Terria, but I haven't given this album a huge amount of listen. But Earth Day is a banger track if you only listen to one. This is the album that Deadhead comes from. Is it Infinity? No, Accelerated Evolution, sorry. Which is good. Hello, dog! Hello! Goodbye. Now you're going to sit there? Okay. So yeah, Deadhead from that album. Physicist. Kingdom is on here. It's quite hard to not say Kingdom as the track to listen to from Physicist. And this one's Infinity. He's actually... During like lockdown and stuff, he did a live stream playing through the entirety of Infinity, which was really cool. Christine's great, War's great. No, War is not great, War is awful, but the song War is good. Truth is also really cool. So yeah, this 5 CD pack, I think cost me like £12. It was such a bargain. I like his music, but yeah, I like his music. I like his music a lot, but Ocean Machine is probably my favourite album of Devin Townsend. It's really good. It's just really, really good. Are you fine, dog? Oh, it stinks. What was... Right, what's next? What do we got? Next up, the Sunday Times presents Noel Gallagher live at the Royal Albert Hall. That's all that one's getting. I don't think I've ever listened to that. I think that's my parents that I've somehow ended up with. Not a massive Noel Gallagher Oasis fan, really. Don't know. Never been my kind of music. This album, it's a bit of fun. The G3 Live. Now, for those of you that don't know what the G3 is, it's an event oh, I'm not sure if it's still going. It was like a tour of guitarists, like virtuoso guitarists. I'm pretty sure put together mostly by Joe Satriani. From what I remember, he was the guy that would be like, right, can you come and play Mr. Malmsteen? Can you come and play Mr. Vai? Let's play some of our own songs. So this CD is split up. They've got basically their own sets. So there's the track list. And so they've all got like 4 or 5 songs each from what I remember, and then they do a few like medleys. And one medley that I've always remember from this is the Rocky and the Free World one. It's like 14 minutes long or something insane like that. And they've got like loads of guitar solos, loads of harmonies and stuff like that. Let me just see if I can find some of the performance. So sometimes it can get a little bit much when you've got 3 guitar players going insane over the top of each other, but obviously they're all incredible guitarists. The album's just really cool. You've got Crystal Planet, Always With Me, Always With You from Satriani on here, Whispering a Prayer from Steve Vai, which is a Steve Vai classic, and then Malmsteen, he's got obviously his fantastic classical like runs that he does. Let's skip forward to the solo. Like, but you can hear the others in the background as well. They're not just playing rhythm, they're adding their own little jazzes in there. That sounds like Vai, right? That's got to be Vai. Yeah, this is a whammy. Yeah, really cool album, this one. G3 Live in Denver. And this Rockin' in the Free World, 12.5 minutes long. It's so good. That would be the track I would listen to on the album if you could only do one, which is probably something I'm going to try and do. We're going to recommend a track to listen to off of each CD that I go through, as long as it's a CD I actually remember. But yeah, that's the one. That is the track. Rockin' in the Free World. 12.5 minutes. It's worth it though. It's so worth it. It was the final song of the set as well, so obviously it's got the incredible like crescendo of music right at the end of it. But yeah, that's it for the G3 Live Rockin' in the Free World at Denver. What I will do actually, I've realised I haven't looked to see what's in here. I'm imagining it's probably just going to be, it's just a load of thanks to, and like this was originally recorded here, but there we go. Some images from the show as well have been included. Nice. Very cool. This one was Denver, I believe. But yeah, there's quite a few of these G3 CDs around. This is the only one I've ever picked up, but I've seen them before, like advertised places. So worth a listen if you like that virtuoso style guitar player. Now, I'm only halfway through this first box. I have probably 10 or 15 of these boxes to go. This is going to take quite a long time. However, Beastie Boys. Okay. So this one was from CEX, I can tell by the label. Beastie Boys, Ill Communication. I believe this has Intergalactic on it. Is that the one? No, it's Sabotage. Sabotage. Which one has Intergalactic? I'm sure I have that album as well somewhere. Outside of Sabotage, I don't really recognise the songs. Again, I would have got it from CEX, probably listened to it once, like on a drive back from somewhere, and then I've never really listened to it the whole way through again. Quite like Beastie Boys. They've got some nice, interesting sounds. Sabotage is obviously an absolute classic. But yeah, I don't have a huge amount more to add because I haven't listened to it that much. That's a really cool, nice colour on the CD though. If it comes out of its case properly. Yeah. Cool green. And what we got on this? Oh, it's all green on the... Oh no, it's all different colours. Whoa! What is that? What? It's like a Tool album. What's happened there? That's really cool. Okay. It's got a really cool little booklet. I'll need to give it more of a listen. Like I said, I quite like Beastie Boys. but haven't given the whole album a listen. So the only track I could recommend is Sabotage, because it's the only one that I know. But yeah, Beastie Boys, Ill Communication. Oh, Avenged Sevenfold, eh? Waking the Fallen. Not a big fan! This is the like remastered one as well, from what I remember. It is! It's the remastered one. So the second disc has like different versions of a lot of the different tracks, or like live versions, like there's a live version of Unholy Confessions. But I don't know, early Avenged Sevenfold was not my thing. Not my thing at all. Really cool in terms of the actual booklet. Obviously the members there. There you go. Voila! But yeah, I'm not a massive fan of early Avenged Sevenfold. The only track on here that I'd say I know like well is Unholy Confessions, and that's just because it's got such a good riff. Like it's just a great, really fun riff to play on guitar. But outside of that, Remissions rings a bell as well. I'd probably recognise it if I heard it, and Waking the Fallen as well, but it's just, I'm not a fan of early Avenged Sevenfold. Even when it's been remastered. I don't know. Not a huge fan. Unholy Confessions from the album, the one I'll go to. Okay, what have we got next? What do we have next? Ooh, let's go with Disturbed. Indestructible is the album, is it? Yeah, that's the one. Good tracks. Like, there's a few good tracks on here. Indestructible and Inside the Fire stand out. Deceiver as well, I seem to remember being a nice one. Not my favourite Disturbed album. That will come to at some point, being 10,000 Fists, but Inside the Fire is a great riff. It's a fun riff to play on guitar, if you've got a guitar tuned to drop C. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's Disturbed, right? It's Disturbed outside of their first album. Actually, their first album, whatever the album is that has Down with the Sickness, I really quite like. But that first album is not so good. I'm not a big fan of it. But 10,000 Fists is lovely. Oh, that's not very... How are you meant to read that? So they've got a lyric book, but you can't read the lyrics. What's the point in that? Oh, classic moody band photo. Love to see it. Yeah, so Inside the Fire is the track I'd give a listen to if you're just going to listen to one song off of the album. And the album is Indestructible by Disturbed. Go on, here you go. Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, hang on, I've not put it in right. Oh no. This is one thing I don't miss about CDs, is trying to slide these back in and get them right. There we go. So yeah, Disturbed, Indestructible, give Inside the Fire a listen. Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1? Yes, 1. So this is probably best known for, so Live and Let Die and Don't Cry. I would say the two tracks off of here that people would mostly know from Guns N' Roses. And actually, outside of that, I don't think I know any of them. Again, this would have been an album that I would have picked up at some point because I knew Guns N' Roses. I had the Guns N' Roses Greatest Hits album, but I don't know where that is because I didn't see it the other day when I was going through them. But I haven't listened to them that much. I kind of got into Guns N' Roses like as I was getting into thrash, and I ended up just listening to more thrash than actual Guns N' Roses and classic rock. Hello! What are you up to? You're still waiting for them to come back, eh? Well, don't worry. They'll be back soon. You can have your dinner at some point as well. Okay. So, yeah. Guns N' Roses, didn't listen to a huge amount of them. Haven't listened to a huge amount of this album. If I was going to recommend one track, probably Don't Cry. Don't Cry is a really, really cool track. I don't know if I've got Use Your Illusion 2 anywhere. I might do. But from what I remember, 2 has a few more of their classics on it. But these other tracks... Oh wait, November Rain is on this one! That changes things. November Rain! Yeah, November Rain's the one you should listen to and watch the music video. Slash in the desert, rocking out on his guitar. Love it. How did I miss that? Yeah, no, November Rain would be the track to go for. So, well, there's at least 3 tracks that I recognise, and I haven't given the album much of a listen to. So, yeah, November Rain. Oh, we're getting towards the end of the first box. What? What? The Moody Blues, Nights in White Satin. I have no idea what this CD is. I don't know a single track off of it. How have I ended up with this? What is this? The Moody Blues. Well, there it is. In Paris, restored video? Yeah, why not? No! Go away, adverts. Okay, well, I'm going to assume it's blues, which I do quite like a bit of blues here and there. Have a listen. Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. So I assume this is their best of. Looks like it might well be a best of album. That's cool. But yeah, no idea who these guys were. There's a picture of them in here a little bit older. Not that much older. Pretty similar age actually. His moustache looks very similar. But yeah, no, I had no idea who these guys were. No idea. I'm assuming it's a best of. It seems like a best of. So this was 45... Oh, okay, so... It's definitely a best of, and it was a best of for 45 years after. What is in here? Hang on. I've just noticed that the disc is definitely not Nights in White Satin. It's instead... Charlie's Angels? What? Charlie's Angels soundtrack? Okay, who knows? I had no idea I even had this CD, so I don't know where that's come from. But anyway, the Moody Blues, Nights in White Satin is a best of Moody Blues, a band I've never really heard of, so can't really give you a recommendation. Oh, here we go. Now this shouldn't be in the getting rid of pile. Why? Alright. Okay, Avenged Sevenfold. My favourite album by them. Their self-titled one. Critical acclaim, Almost Easy, Scream, Afterlife, bangers, Dear God, great track. A Little Piece of Heaven, a little bit strange, but I quite like progressive and weird music like that, so love it. Gunslinger, fantastic. Unbound the Wild Wide, Brockton Cocktail and Lost, I don't recognise so much, but the album itself, fantastic. Really cool. I remember getting this when I was at college, and I think I listened to it for basically just a week straight. This was like the only album I listened to. Really fun songs to play on guitar as well, actually. Almost Easy, Afterlife and Scream are all great fun. Scream especially with a that was bass, by the way. Yeah, no, really good album. Love it. Yeah, definitely, like, by far my favourite Avenged Sevenfold album. Almost every track, like I said, I know really well. Just these two in the middle that I don't. But if I heard them, I'm sure I'd recognise them. But yeah, Avenged Sevenfold self-titled album. if I was to recommend one single track off of it for you to listen to, it's hard to not say Afterlife, but it's going to be Afterlife, or hopefully you've got time for 2 or more, maybe the whole album. It's going to be Afterlife or Scream. Or if you're feeling funky and want something a little bit different, A Little Piece of Heaven is certainly a track. But yeah, no, give it a listen. Avenged Sevenfold, self-titled. Another Audioslave album. I don't recognise Out of Exile I recognise. And it's got a version of Like a Stone on here. Yeah, a live version of Like a Stone, which I recognise, and Out of Exile, but that's it. I realise I've only listened to their self-titled album properly. I don't really know the tracks off of it, but again, Tom Morello, Chris Cornell. Oh, there it goes. Apparently it wasn't in there very well. What's it? Tim. What's his name? Tim someone. The bass player. It's in here, isn't it? Oh, that's it. Tim Coniford and Brad Wilk. Of course. On drums, again, more moody band photos to go with the things. But yeah, I haven't really. I wonder how loose those strings were to be able to do that. You wouldn't be able to do that on fully tensed up strings. That would be painful. But yeah, really cool. But again, haven't really listened to it. Can't really recommend you any tracks at all. I'm not going to recommend you a live version of a song that came out on a different album, because that's the only one that I recognise. So I'll need to give it a bit more of a listen. But yeah, Audioslave, and I believe the album is Out of Exile. Right, The Gallows. Orchestra of Wolves. I know the reason I got this CD. I got this CD because of Guitar Hero 3. And In the Belly of the Shark is a bonus track on Guitar Hero 3. And I really liked it. It was fun to play. But I haven't really listened to this album very much at all. That's the only track that I know off of it, looking at them here. It's a cool album cover. I really like it. But yeah, Belly of the Shark, of a shark, it would be the one I would recommend listening to, because it's the only track I really know. Oh, it's a really dark... God, look at all those eyes. You don't want to see that at night. Oof. No, thank you. Yeah, there's a standard kind of lyric book in here. So yeah. Oh, nice, cool. The design actually on the CD as well is of the eyes. See. Cool. But yeah, Belly of a Shark is the only one I can recommend because I don't really know the rest of the album. But yeah, Gallows, Orchestra of Wolves. So what is there to say about Guns N' Roses' Chinese Democracy? Buckethead. I love me Buckethead. He played guitar on a few of these tracks. I think Shackler's Revenge was one that I remember for sure he was on. But they had such a mix of just musicians on this album. It's such a weird, like, conglomeration of stuff. It doesn't really add up. Only tracks that I really remember are Shackler's Revenge, Better, and Chinese Democracy, which are the first 3 tracks. Maybe IRS as well? But it's a weird album. It's a very strange album that doesn't really fit together, I found. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. The Bucket. But yeah, this was like the era when they were incredibly late to gigs, Guns N' Roses, like 2 hours late, that sort of thing. Oh, Scraped I think I recognise as well, looking at the lyrics. But yeah, weird album. If I was to recommend a track, it would probably be Shackler's Revenge, because I know for sure Buckethead was on it and you can hear his influence. I really like him as a guitar player. But it's just a strange album. It's just a weird album that doesn't really fit together. So yeah, Guns N' Roses, Chinese Democracy, give Shackler's Revenge a listen. Oh, we're nearly done with the box. 3 left. 2 pretty good albums, 1 that I don't really remember. We're going to start with Green Day Dookie. Good album. Good Green Day album. It's between this and American Idiot, obviously. Well, for my personal favourite Green Day album, probably be American Idiot. It was just came out at the right time. It was when I was at secondary school. All the songs were hitting, you know. Holiday, American Idiot, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Jesus and Suburbia, amongst all of the others. Like, so good. Wake Me Up When September Ends. Like, so many iconic tracks off of that from my like teenage years. So that would probably be the one I'd go for. I know some of you that are maybe slightly older, probably this had a similar effect. Obviously Burnout, classic. When I Come Around as well. Basket Case, like, and Welcome to Paradise. Like, there's a lot of good Green Day tracks on here. If I was to recommend one to listen to, probably Basket Case. I know it's a bit generic, but it's just a good track. It's got a good chorus, like, yeah. Really cool album cover as well, isn't it? There's so much going on in it. I don't hold it up for a bit longer. Hopefully it's in focus. I have no way of telling, by the way. Fingers crossed that's focused on it, but yeah, I'll have a quick look and see. Oh, and that's cool as well. Look at the... Oh no, it's stuck. No, come out. Ah! I've said this before, I hate stuff that's stuck on here. Actually, that's a really cool thing on the CD. It's actually got the track numbers and the track names all on the disc, along with like a similar design to the cover. Some classic with band photos on the back, and some nice style of artwork actually for the lyrics, kind of like comic book style almost. It's really cool. Yeah, so give it a listen. Give the whole album a listen, to be honest. Dookie by Green Day. I don't remember this album very much. Kula Shaker. K. Do I know any of the tracks? Why are they all upside down? I can't read. Hey Dude, that rings a bell. But outside of that, I don't know a single track, and I don't even know how Hey Dude really sounds, but let's have a quick listen. Okay, go away, adverts. However, it does say on the back, property of Sony Music, promotional copy not for sale. So I don't know where I got this from. Well, that's fun. I wonder how I ended up with that. Anyway, let's give this a listen. Oh, it's this song! Yeah, I know this song. But it will be the only song I know off of it. I suppose the only thing I can recommend is listen to Hey Dude, because I don't know any other tracks off of this. I haven't given it much of a listen. I don't know how I got it, where I got it from. Promotional copy, not for sale. Who knows? Who knows?